he'd look great on television. A guy who gave me a Magic Valley weather forecast on the phone from New York based on information he'd gleaned from the Weather Channel. A guy in New York who even knew where the Magic Valley was. I still don't know how many of his stories were true. At least one of them was. A CBS network type did turn up here in Twin Falls looking for Peter Colford, who he'd met waiting tables in New York City. Doesn't matter, really, how many or if any of them were true. Peter's a guy who was made for the medium, or maybe vice versa. A hell of a waiter, a hell of a weatherman, and a hell of a gap in television around here when he scampered off to the north after giving us only 18 months of his personality and his talents and his entertainment for all of us.
Peter's incredible ability to react to almost any disaster was quite evident even in those early days.
And through the central Mississippi Valley. As a matter of fact, very, very severe thunderstorms rattling all the way from central Massachusetts right down and through into the panhandle of Oklahoma, and the sun set very early tonight, as you can see. Temperatures generally in the 90s right up through most of the middle Atlantic coastal region.
Another of Peter's unique traits was his sense of humor. This clip is from Peter's last weathercast at KMVT's old studio as they moved into new facilities.
Mush, I'm ready to go, Is this it? Is it time to go?
This is it. Could you give us a little bit on the weather before you take off?
The weather for the move is going to be a little bit on the mild side. It is going to be mostly cloudy tomorrow, but the temperatures are going to stay balmy. I got to get out of here. We got a show to do on Monday.
Come on, Sash.
Come on, go.
Boy.
Come on. Oh. Mush.
As it turned out, Twin Falls not only launched Peter into the TV business, it's also the place where he found his life's partner, Pam. It was Pam who introduced him to skiing. Pam who helped make the transition from the crowded concrete canyons of Boston and New York to the spacious granite and basalt canyons and the rugged mountains of Washington, Idaho, Montana, Alberta, and BC. And it was Pam who planted the first seeds that eventually would grow and grow into Peter's garden. Peter came to KREM-TV back in 1986 and quickly became one of the most popular personalities on Spokane television.
One of the people Peter worked closely with is Spokane meteorologist Ken Holmes. Their relationship went beyond just talking about the weather. They were friends both on the job and off. And what Holmes remembers most about Peter was his eagerness to learn.
Well, Peter, I think the thing I remember most about him is his enthusiasm. From the time he first got here in Spokane until the last day he was on the air, he maintained an enthusiasm about weather that was really unbelievable. He had a desire to learn about weather and weather facts, and he had an ability to retain in his mind many of the weather facts that we have to look up and research before we come up with. So he was a very unusual individual and a very enthusiastic individual.
But to Holmes, Peter's most outstanding quality as a weathercaster was his ability to recall past weather events and to make everyday forecasts interesting when there wasn't a lot to say about the weather.
I think the thing that probably was most memorable as far as I'm concerned is when we would talk about weather conditions, he would be able to come up with facts on previous year's storms, storms that occurred 4, 5, 6 years ago that I could barely remember in my memory, but he had a vivid recollection of. And he had the ability to be able to relate this to the current weather condition. Another thing I remember about him is when we have bland weather that continues for day after day, he could continue to be enthusiastic and present an enthusiastic program on the air, even though today's weather was pretty much like yesterday's and the day before's. I think one of the things I saw about Peter is what you saw on the air was really Peter Colford. He didn't have an on-the-air face and then a personal face that he had when you were relating to him here at the office. The enthusiasm that he displayed there was what he really was.
A couple of years ago, we strung the necessary wires and cables to the KREM patio so Peter could venture outside to do the weather. Of course, we always tried to get him out there during the worst weather conditions.
Hey, Chaz.
Yeah, pal?
This is for you, buddy.
Oh, Peter.
Peter, we asked you not to do it, right?
Yes.
We asked you not to do it. You didn't hit us, right? We're okay.
Oh, I'll bring one in with me.
But it's payback time, pal.
Oh, it is? I Saw it coming.
Oh,
Darn.
Darn.
you trickster, you, Peter. Just wait till after the show.
I'll
You're
be
in
here.
trouble, bud.
I had that planned all afternoon, and he still ducked at the last second.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate him.
There was a lot more to Peter than weather. There was also his commitment to the Muscular Dystrophy Association telethon.
Hi, Amanda. 326-2600 is the number to call. You know, you might recognize a lot of the faces that we've shown you last year and again this year. There's one other thing I would like to mention to you, though. Remember that there are many other people in our area, where you live, where I live, that have a neuromuscular disease. But for whatever reason, they've chosen not to come public and not be a part of this telethon. They deserve the respect and dignity that is on with their decision. These people are here because they want to be here. We love them. We know you do. 326-2600 is the number to call. We're going to wipe these things out. We're going to get these kids out of these wheelchairs. 326-2600 is the number that's going to make that happen.
Peter even ventured into the sports play-by-play arena, calling the action at the MDA bed races. These pictures are from a couple of years ago. But this year's bed races were one of Peter's last public appearances. Peter was hoping and planning to make a guest appearance at this year's MDA telethon, but it was an appointment he was unable to keep. Beyond his weather forecasting, Peter was best known for his garden. He shared his successes and failures with all of us. And for most of his gardening career, Master Gardener Phyllis Stevens was always at hand with advice for Peter and other gardeners, of which there are a lot in Spokane. Eventually, Peter became an expert in his own right. Gardening was not entirely filled with talk of soil temperatures, Latin names for plants, and discussion of natural versus chemical insect control. Peter and Phyllis would also prove that gardeners are really nothing more than overgrown kids.
Phyllis, I am sick and tired of watering this garden by hand every day. Is there anything we can do?
Drip irrigation. We'll show you in Peter's Garden Thursday at 5 on KREM-TV News. Oh!
I hope you got that.
Do you know how often I wanted to do that? What are you laughing? That's enough. Did I get you?
Yes, you got me. Did you get me?
Oh, I feel so strong. Quit turning that thing off.
Wrap it up for today. Three, two, one. Phyllis, do we really have something worthy of entering in the interstate fair? Jeez, what did I say? I say? I ask her a question and she says, oh.
Is that you?
Yes.
You want me to get
Yeah,
it?
would you please? Thank you. 3, 2, 1. I'm sorry, Russ. Let's try that again. She's got me very discombobulated here. 3, 2, 1. Phyllis, do we really have something worthy of entering in the interstate fair?
We sure do. We'll show you what and how to enter it. Oh, no. What? We'll show you what and how to enter.
Okay.
We'll show you what and how to enter it. Is that all right? We'll show you how and what to enter.
Okay.
How, Indian first. Okay, here we go.
All right.
All right.
I think I'm doing a pretty good job. What do you think, Phyllis?
But Peter, nothing's even come up yet.
Yes, but when it does, I'll be ready. Look, Phyllis, it's a bird!
These started out, remember we planted them early in the spring. Oh, poop on it. Start again.
A visit to the garden could become a half-day tour. Not only was Peter's garden about half the size of Rhode Island, he had it packed with plants and flowers and vegetables, herbs, greenery, cactus, exotic stuff with Latin names and no English translation. Like everything else he did, Peter gardened with a passion. And like everything else, he shared that passion with all of us. So what would be a 10-minute tour of any other garden became a nearly endless education from Professor Colford in Peter's garden. And as ill as he eventually became, there were few times any of us visited him in his garden this summer that we didn't get at least a brief tour. And he continued to share his garden with you.
Tulips beginning to come into their splendor. I'll tell you more about those later. I'd like to, first of all, take a look into the vegetable garden, talk about a couple of vegetable crops, notably spinach and beets. Now, if you want to plant those crops in Spokane, that's fine. But remember one thing. You are invariably going to come up with a little insect called the leaf miner. Now, the leaf miner is a little gray fly that lays its egg underneath the spinach leaf. The egg hatches, a little white maggot comes out, and he tunnels in between the leaf membranes. The problem, you're not going to eat your spinach if it looks like that. The solution is remay. This is a grow cover fabric that will sit over the crop for its entire maturation process, and that will keep the insect away. You can't use pesticides on this bug because he lives in between the leaf membrane, so there's no way you can get at him. But the most effective way is to use this grow cover. The crop will develop beautifully, and you'll have a wonderful lush green crop of spinach and no bugs. Let's get back to those tulips for a moment. The Emperor series, these great big globe, huge tulips that are sitting here, they come out early to mid-spring, and the reason I show these to you now is that they come in a variety of colors. You can see we've got the red, the apricot comes next, followed by the yellow, and finally the white, which is actually sort of a creamy yellow color. The trick with tulips...
When the leaves fell in autumn and the garden was harvested, save a few onions or carrots that were left on the ground, Peter fell victim to another malady, one that he shared with many, skiing. Although we don't have much video of Peter skiing, we could seldom keep up with him. Peter just seemed to get as charged up about sharing his knowledge as he did in actually participating in an activity. And so it was with skiing. Always taking the beginner under his wing, sharing what he knew about technique, often leaving Pam or anyone else he was skiing with on their own. And it wasn't for one quick run down that hill. He stuck with it until he was comfortable that his pupil not only understood, but was properly executing the move, however basic.
Well, Peter wasn't always the butt of our jokes. He was often a willing, devious participant. Like the night they rolled my old '66 Chevy truck, a vehicle not exactly in keeping with the image of most television anchors, into the studio.
Whoa, this is the best.
Yes. Yes, the lovely Harold Merrill over there displaying the item behind
Peter, you made a promise earlier this week.
I did. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the infamous truck. I want you to look closely because you've probably seen it around town. You may even have seen it in your neighborhood. Certainly, you would have heard it from at least 5 miles away. It's a '67 Chev. Most of the old Chevs are still on the road. This is Charles Rowe's truck. Now, I want to tell you, we've been giving him a hard time about this truck for many, many years. He insisted to us this year that it wouldn't make it through another winter. Now, one of the things you can tell about this truck when it's coming at you in the snow is it's the only truck we know of that leaves 4 sets of tire tracks. That's because somebody hit and run. They whacked the back end over so the tires are a little bit out of line. Anyway, it still fires up sometimes. I have to give him a jump start every now and then. But anyway, Charles, you're going to sell this one of these days or what?
Are you kidding? I paid $500 for it 5 years ago. They tell me now it's worth $750.
Oh, you can try it right now. Here's your chance.
$7.50.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we used to sell cars, I think, right out of this very studio back in the 60s or 50s. $750, is it sold?
No.
He won't sell.
He's not going to get rid of it. Never.
It looks like heck. It looks like heck.
It looks like heck.
Runs great.
We got a cracked windshield here. We have a few violations, I think, but we'll
Well, I got a license plate, too.
won't get into that.
I think Peter used to sell those things.
Personalized license plate, too.
Yeah.
It looks like it, doesn't
There's no rear view mirror here. There's a snake in the back. Well, I got to show you this.
Show him the snake, Peter.
I can't, if I can reach it. Oh, there it is, yeah. That's to keep predators away from the truck. It's true. I mean, there's
Can you get a shot inside the truck?
Well, I think you can, sure.
I mean,
Come
it's
on
got
over
great,
here. Tate,
great
you drove it
interior.
in, that's right. Yeah. Beautiful interior. Does the,
Nice car seat covers, Charles.
the radio only gets country. That's all that comes in on the radio is country.
From the 60s.
That's right. It's got a Raider sticker. Come over here, sort of get the Raider sticker on the back here. He's got his NRA sticker. He's got his American flag. And, of course, on the very back of the truck, it says, I love real country.
All right. We promised our viewers, and we delivered.
And it never looked better.
We love the truck. Don't give it away, Charles.
Have a great... If his weather gig had not worked out, Peter probably would have made a great used car salesman. His sense of humor served Peter extremely well during his lengthy battle with cancer. Even for those of us who found it difficult to deal with Peter's illness, a visit to him at home or in the hospital was inspirational. He always faced reality. He always focused on the battle, and he always shared his feelings, his ups and his downs with everybody he was close to. And he shared those feelings, and Pam shared hers with you in a series on cancer prevention.
Here are Peter's films.
It's been scary because I didn't know what was wrong with me.
We could tell that this spot right here was abnormal.
It just felt like when he got out of bed, he didn't feel good.
That turned out to be where his tumor was.
The diagnosis came after millions of questions, months of testing, and finally, major surgery. The doctors said it was cancer.
It's a cancer, and it's a bad cancer, was what he said. I spent the night praying to God that Peter would live through the next day and, you know, wondering.
Someone left a booklet on the table next to my bed, and it was a booklet that described coping with cancer. And I remember picking that booklet up and looking at it, and that was the moment that it sunk in. That was the moment that I realized that I was dealing with cancer, that this could be the end of my life.
There's moments when it's hard. You know, I don't know what comes over you, but you have sort of an emotional wave of, oh, just fatigue or worry or, you know, wondering.
It's a bumpy road that we're all of a sudden on, but we've been on a smooth one for a long time. This is the hard times. But when the hard times come, that's when you really see what somebody's shining colors are all about. And
That's the for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health part, I suppose.
They're definitely in this together, taking life one day at a time.
It's the hand that's dealt us, and we don't have the option of being able to throw the hand in and get a redeal. You got to play the hand that's dealt to you.
I love you, babe. You're doing a great job.
Go to work, make some money.
Pay the bills.
Pay the bills.
Peter fought this thing with all of his physical strength, with all of his mental strength, with all of his being. And Pam was by his side every step of the way, as were thousands of you. Even as recently as a week ago, you delighted Peter when all of you helped us celebrate his 39th birthday at the Spokane Interstate Fair.
Today is Peter Colford's 39th birthday, and all these folks out at the Interstate Fairground said, hey, we want to do a special thing for Peter Colford. So here we go. On a 1 and a 2 and a 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Peter. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, we are having some fun. You know, there have been a lot of folks out here that have wanted to say hi to Peter, and one in particular was Carolyn Johnson right here. Carolyn, you said you just wanted to say hi to Peter.
I sure do. Peter, we're all thinking of you. Our prayers are with you, and we're looking forward to the day you can be back with us here. So take care. Good luck to you and to your wife.
All right. Thank you very much, Carolyn. And that's just one of the many people that have had special wishes for you, Mr. Colford. I know you're watching at home tonight. And
Cards you sent, the prayers you said were appreciated more than you'll ever know. It all helped keep Peter going, helped keep him focused on the battle. But it was simply too late for him to have much of a chance to win. Peter, old pal, we're going to miss you. But we'll always have the memories of the fun we had, the things we shared, the way you cared, and the professionalism you brought, and the fight you fought.